welcome to CJ Wild Money Entertainment. On Fridays, I keep it real on many topics that people leave in the comment that they want me to keep it real about on my own opinion. So everything that we discuss is basically my opinion as well as some research and experience that I've been through. Today's topic was in the comments on one of my social medias. And it's about parents determining one parent wants their child to go to school and the other parent wants their child to be homeschooled. So they asked me to talk about it. So here we go. Well, let's talk about the advantages of homeschooling your child. Advantages. You can really educate your child on more of a variety of things. Public schools and private schools sees children as groups of ages and what they feel, according to the government, that they need to learn in their curriculum. But when you homeschool, you can broaden your child's horizons. If you are very cultural, you can get ahead and not just have dinner or have grandparents talk about their culture and their traditions, but these children now can get on the internet and learn really deep where they came from, where they roots, history of both parents, as well as they can have music, they can have arts, they can broaden whatever horizons. What else is good about it is that each child is individual. So if your child has a special need, you can suck into that special need and take that time to help that child understand without feeling that pressure of other students or what the school or teacher expects of that child. If your child is above average, then you really could broaden their horizons because you could get ahead and add on from high school classes or college classes and so forth and so on. So the education, to me, is way better for schooling than it is in public or private school. My opinion. Now, let's talk about financial. Financial, you have to go and buy school clothes. You have to get ahead and have lunch money. You got to get ahead, maybe donate and buy books or certain books. It's according to what state that you live in. Homeschool is going to cost you more because you need that computer. You need that Wi-Fi. You're going to need books. You're going to need to be able to determine what states want what for your child to be able to graduate, and that's going to cost. You may also need a parent to stay home now, okay? Or hire somebody, because now this child is going to be home. So someone needs to be there to be able to educate that child, because now they're technically the teacher. So financially, I think it's going to be more money when it's homeschooled. Let's talk about peer pressure. Your child now does not have to deal with peer pressure because they don't need the nearest gear. They don't need anything like that because they're home. They can wear their pajamas if you want to. And they don't have to be pressured to do certain things, bullying and things like that. To bring that up, they don't have to deal with that either because no longer is there other children who's going to pinpoint your child out to bully your child for no matter what reasons, whether it's their culture, the color of their skin, the way they act. These days, it doesn't matter. You know, we get bullying as adults, we get bullying as a child, but as a child, it affects them terribly. So now you won't have to worry about that if they're homeschooled. Let's talk about the major thing that I like about it. Your child is safe. Your child is home. There's an adult there, okay? You don't have to worry about there's a shooting at the school. A lot of people don't want to talk about this, okay? But it's a fact, and it's going on everywhere. It means you could go to work and not have to worry about, guess what? My child may be involved in something that will affect us for the rest of our lives. But we're not even just talking about guns and shooting. We're talking about some of these sick teachers that's out here doing inappropriate things to our children because now your child is protected under your roof. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages. The disadvantages is social interaction. They don't get to get ahead and be socially interact with a variety of different types of children, different ethnic backgrounds, different income backgrounds, different personalities. So it can affect them socially later on when they're out here in our environment and they have to get a job or understand why this one acts this way or this one acts this way. They may lose out on that because they don't have that social interaction. So you have to try to make up for that social contact and not with just the people that is around maybe in the neighborhood. And I think that is the major issue of a lot of parents dealing with regular school and schooling at home. I like to hear other people's opinions. When people ask me comments on how I feel about things, they're coming back and reading the comments with y'all that's viewing this right down. It helps them decide on major things in their family, in their lives. So please join in. I like to know also, how is it in other countries? Homeschool in India? Do they have homeschool in Korea? What about on the Caribbean islands? Do they do homeschooling? To wrap this up, this is what I'm going to say. If I had a child right now, I would prefer my child to be homeschooled. Because I'm older, I don't have to worry about as much income as when you're just starting a family. I think it's great if you have 1 or 2 children. And I think you can make up for that social interaction. If you're a social parent, if you're out there, you socialize, you can make up for that because they can join baseball teams that's in a community. My community is great for that. We do a lot of stuff for the children, okay? So I think that that would be good. But if you have a lot of children, this is the major problem. Your kid is home all the time. Somebody need a break. So technically, it can be emotionally draining. So I kind of believe if you got 3 kids, send them to school, okay? Because it's going to be draining emotionally, and all 3 of them children got 3 different personalities, 3 different learning situations. So that's my opinion. Let me know yours. Because if you know, it's Friday, and I'm tired, and I'm out.